there, here we are at the Community Kitchen and Wildlife site at Southwold. It's very windy, so it's sort of crouched down a bit, see if we can get the sun fan for you. You'll see the scans in a little while of the site. We've been working here on and off for 4 years now, and we planted the first beginnings of a heritage orchard about 4 years ago. We've now got all sorts of different facilities. Today we're putting in a green willow fedge, which is a cross between a hedge and a fence, and we use green willow a lot. The only thing is it has to be put in the dormant season, which is always the coldest and wettest time of the year, but that's when it's inactive, and so it just looks like to the children that you're planting twigs, and obviously it grows up, if it's happy and it gets plenty of water, it grows up into an incredibly vigorous hedge stroke fence, hence the name veg. So this site is really very multi-purpose. We've got a digger in today levelling out the ground where the Millennium Foundation, who is our partner organisation who owns the site, is going to be putting in a visitor centre, which is going to double up as an educational centre for the local schools we're going to be working with. On this site we have taken an old stable block out where the stables are actually literally falling down. And we've put a plinth in, which will be a really lovely spot for all sorts of multi-purpose uses really. Just gazing at it now, we'll scan around and show you in a little while. And that site is going to be perfect for teaching, for people who bring toddlers up to the site. They can run around and play out on there. There's also going to be lots of different growing projects going on in and around the site over there. We've put 2 pergolas in with rainwater capture, so that the children can learn how to gather their own water and then water the plants and flowers that we plant up there. We're also making sure that a lot of the site is left all around the edges completely unused or unspoilt, so that we can bring the school children down here and take them on nature walks all the way round and talk to them about the biodiversity of this site, which is really important. We'll be putting more fruit trees in here. We've got about 40 in so far. We planted another 15 a couple of weeks ago. So we will have planted well over 400 heritage fruit trees this season, which is really wonderful. This site is going to be right in the centre, an overflow car park for the community, because they have real issues with parking in Southwold. But the whole focus really many times with permaculture is developing the edges of a site, so that whether it's a school site and they need to have a sports facility in the centre, or a site like this where they need to develop the centre as a car park, there's a huge amount we can do all around the edges to make it work for wildlife and for the extended community we work with. So I hope you like the look of it. We're showing it to you now at its most inhospitable and cold, and then we'll show you again in the summertime when it's doing a lot more obvious good for the children and the community as a whole. Okay, thank you for watching.